Students, and welcome to class. Today we're going to be doing a community language learning lesson like we did last week, and we'll be reviewing that today just to refresh your memory on what we did and make sure you remember the contents of that conversation. So just to go over again, and for our new student who did not get to join us last week, I'd like to go over what we're going to actually do to make this activity work. So we're going to place you all in a circle in your chairs, and we're going to have a conversation today. You're going to talk about your weekend. This conversation will be whatever you as a class come together to design and create. So we're going to have you in a circle, and I am going to be on the outside of your circle. I will have a recording device in my hand that I will take around with me. So we will have one of you start the conversation. It might be something simple like, "How was your weekend?" Or, "This weekend I painted my house. What did you do?" Something like that. And then we'll go on. And so after you say that, you will actually say it to me in your native language, and then I will translate your sentence back to you in English. So after I say that, then you are going to have the chance to repeat it after I say it to you so that you can get the pronunciation down. Then after you feel like you have it, I'm going to record you with the recording device, and then we'll stop the tape. Okay? So after one person does it, then we'll move on to the next person until everyone has done this. When everyone finishes with their sentences, we will have a complete conversation about your weekend. So then we will listen to this conversation together as a whole, okay? And then you're going to each listen to it and see if you can remember what those words meant and what the conversation was about, okay? And then I am going to write the conversation on our whiteboard in English. I'm going to have you all read through it, see if you can remember it. And then we're going to go through it word by word. I'll read it to you. Then we'll go through it again, word by word. And as I point to that word, you will also say the word with me. And then we'll go through it again and see if you can remember how to say it as I point to the words without my help. Okay, and if you need help, I will help you. After we do this, then we will have a chance to pull out your notebooks and write this conversation down in your notebook. After you write this in English, then I want you to write again in the bottom of your notebook. And I will remind you of all of this later, but I'm just giving you an overview now of how we will conduct this lesson. Okay, so after you write it in English, then I want you to translate the conversation back into your native language. Then this will give me a chance to understand if you have been able to comprehend what was being said and your understanding of what the conversation was really about. So now that we have a little overview of what we're going to do, let's get started.